now you have learned how to do the consult and how to set up for your procedure. You've cleaned the brows, you've wiped the brows clean with alcohol, and now you're ready to map your client. Mapping, I will tell you, is the hardest of all the brow procedures. Like, it's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to learn and to master, okay? So together, you and I, we're gonna try to nail this thing down, okay? I appreciate that you might be in isolation, or you might only have yourself or nobody else to practice on. So I'm gonna show you on myself if I can. This should be interesting. So when you are doing your brow mapping, I am an artist who teaches the string mapping method. There's so many places that do the string mapping method. I think it's really, it's an excellent method to do and to learn. And I think that if you can master it, you can always do a symmetrical brow. So let me grab a string and a wax pencil. Let me show you. Hang on one sec. Okay, so the string that I use, a lot of people ask me if it's dental floss. It's not. It is just cotton thread from like a fabric store. So I just pull off a length of fabric thread, just, you know, not too long, not too short, just a length of it. And I use a wax pencil. You can buy wax pencils anywhere. You can buy them online. Sharpie makes a wax pencil, but I think that Sharpie's wax pencils are a little bit too dry. So I order a lot of my products from Hive Beauty, Hyve Beauty. They're located in Canada, and because I'm located in Canada, it's a great place to shop. But if you're in the States and you want to shop with them, then you would probably save some money. So with my string, it's good I'm wearing white, and my wax pencil, I wrap my string around my wax pencil and I pull so that the black wax pencil gets deposited onto the string, and that way I can make a mark on the skin. I generally tend to like wax my thread almost every time I make a mark. Okay. So now then, let me just adjust this up a little bit. Okay, so the first mark that you're gonna make on your client's face is gonna be what I call the center of face. So it is a wax pencil or a wax string line that goes straight up the center of their face. Yes, it curves a little bit just because that's where my finger was, but yeah. So you're gonna mark center of face. In the book, I think I call that line 1. Pretty sure. Let me just refer to my own writing here. Line 1, exactly. Yeah. So you can follow along with me on this video. Put a mirror beside you, and you can use your mirror to do this to yourself, or you could put your child, your husband, your boyfriend right there, and you can do it too. Okay, so line 1. So because I only map one brow first. The reason why I only map one brow and then I show my client is because if I spend all the time to map 2 brows and I make them symmetrical and lovely and I hand my client the mirror and she doesn't like it, then I've just wasted all the time drawing this side when I could have just drawn one side and have an idea at that point that she doesn't like it. So I only draw one side at a time, show them in the mirror, see if they like it, and then move on to the next one. The next line is line 2, and what line 2 does is line 2 is going to tell us where the bottom part of the brow, so the bulb, where the bulb is going to start. So it's the lower aspect of the thickness of the brow. So we're going to put that line there. It's pretty easy. My eyebrows are tattooed, and they're placed perfectly thanks to the person who did my eyebrows. So So we're kind of just following a stencil. But if this is somebody who just has like, you know, kind of a big bushy eyebrow all over the place, you'll want to consider to start the eyebrow right where the brow bone starts, okay? We're not talking about where to start it from the down mark. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But you want the brow on a horizontal plane to be right where the brow bone kind of starts to curve up, okay? The next line is line 3, and we're going to mark that, and it's going to tell us how thick our brow is going to be. So the brow thickness this is line 1, this is line 2, and this is line 3, okay? This tells us how thick the brow is going to be. The bulb is the thickest part of the brow. Everything from the bulb going back gets thinner. This is the thickest part. Everything else goes skinnier, if that makes sense, from there, okay? Also, you're trying to look for symmetry. You're trying to look and make sure that this box that is right there is a symmetrical box. Is it as thick here as it is there? Looking for symmetry in the boxes that we're starting to create. Line 4 is a line that goes all the way across, and it's going to say, oh, maybe a little lower, because my brows are not that arched. It's going to tell us how, like, where the peak of the brow comes to, okay? That might even be a little bit high because in the absence of having a magnification mirror, because I'm blind as a bat, but that would be where my peak is going to touch to, okay? That's as high as my brow is going to pull up, okay? And then, so that's basically line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. Now we want to make a couple of more vertical lines that are going to tell us where is our brow going to start, where is the arch going to be, and where is the tail going to be, okay? The eyebrow starts or should start somewhere over the tear duct. You can also use that little indent in the side of the nose to decide where the brow starts. If you look at a person, your client, and you feel that their eyes are very far apart on their head, bring their brows in a little bit. It will complement their look. If you feel the reverse, that their eyes are very inset, very close set to their nose, bring their brows out a little bit. It will complement their overall aesthetic and look, okay?